Okay, so the next thing we've got to do is the quarter chop. Because we're going to be making a custom rear bar, we're going to have to cut the rear quarter panels a little bit. So we are going to be doing a quarter chop. So we're masking that up now. We're going to take the wheels off as well, just so we have a bit more room. So yeah, that's the next step. Let's get to it. Yeah, on that crease.
From there, straight across and over here.
The rear bar that we're making, we bought just a standard single bar with the mounts already, just so it's going to be easier for us to build off. And the guy that sold us that had these plates lying around, so he just threw them in for free, so thanks for that. So we're going to weld these plates in after it's been cut flush, put some seam sealer in so it stops all the water getting in, and it'll be all sorted. We're about to do the quarter chop on the right side, and there's a grommet underneath which holds the wiring for the taillight. So we've taken the taillight out and disconnected all the connections. There's a wire in the abyss here, which is too dark to see, but it is there. So this wire here is connected up through the body, so we can't actually get it out as far as we can tell. So we're going to cut around the wires, move them out the way as much as we can, and hopefully we don't hit anything.
Yeah, we'll cut the panel skin off first so we can see inside, and then we'll see where we go from there.
This one is our problem, the one you're holding up.
Yeah, this one. What's that go to?
I assume that that is the centre stoplight at the top of the window.
Yeah, it probably is.
I can't believe it doesn't have any sort of plug.
What can we do? Well, I can cut this back bit out of the way because it's not in the way. How are we going to put a new hole in?
Okay.
That's something we could do. We're going to have to just work it out somehow. Okay, so what we're going to do is this hole here for the wires to go through, obviously we're going to delete this bit and it's all going to be gone. So we have to change this hole to up inside the guard under the cover that protects the fuel line, the fuel filler. And there's plenty of room there, so we've got to drill a 38mm hole, and then this plug will plug straight back into the hole again, and then it's all nice and watertight and tidy. So it's another trip to Bunnings to get a hole saw, and we'll do that and off we go.
Bunnings. Okay, so we've got our hole saw.
Done.
Well, that was easy.
That was really easy, wasn't it? Having the right tool is great. I'll cut the one. Just the two.
So this is the rear bar that we're going to be starting off with. So we're just going to place it in just to make sure that it does line up properly. So we're just going to disconnect the batteries before we weld anything, and we're ready to weld these plates in.
Man, look how solid it is now.
So the driver's side's welded up. We're just going to grind it back and make it look fancy. We're going to seal it from the inside to stop any water or anything coming through. So we'll do that once it's all looking pretty on the outside. So the quarter panels have been sanded down properly and waterproofed. and they're looking pretty smooth now. So we put some primer over them and that's that. So we've just soldered up the center stoplight through the taillight hole, so that's all working now, hopefully. And we're moving on to getting it ready for paint. So you're gonna take the mirrors off and start scrubbing down the roof. So most of the car's grubbed back at this point. The roof's all done, all the doors and everything is done. The back we haven't done because we need to find better stuff to get the badges off because they're not playing nice. We've got some really fine fishing line and it keeps snapping because the stuff on the back is on a lot better than all the other badges were. We'll sort that out tomorrow and we'll mask it all up tomorrow. The only thing left to sand is the bonnet, which we'll be doing shortly. As soon as we get the wipers off, we'll be doing the bonnet. And then we'll just sort of go over all of the extra parts that we might have missed. And then we're gonna get ready to mask the whole car up. Yeah.